Going on, dudes and dudettes? So of course, recording this video on Sunday, May the 4th. So may the 4th be with you. Wearing my Star Wars shirt. I don't know if you can really see it, but it's more of like the Sith. All those top guys on that shirt. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Japanese version that he got off of, I think it's like Amazon. What's their secondary website? Woot? Something like that. So yeah, they have some pretty cool shirts, but got this quite a bit ago. And of course, representing for all my Star Wars fans out there. So enjoy responsibly. We're here to talk about USC, and according to their football team, yes, they are still on a high. Once again, getting another recruit in that four-star that I mentioned pretty recently, a local guy from Notre Dame High School, and Luke Weaver. He committed to the USC Trojans. I want to say it was Friday or Saturday, but either way, once again, another top talented local receiver. So we'll see who ends up joining the bandwagon and on this team of maybe 35 total prospects in that class. So we'll find out. But another guy is apparently going to transfer into the portal, from the portal, in Chasen Johnson, he's a cornerback from UCF. And he really, it's kind of interesting because he did commit to USC like during the winter, and then he ended up changing his mind, going to SMU, and then all of a sudden decided to go back to UCF. So a lot of USC fans kind of thought of his name on a sour note because he kind of like let us down basically. But now apparently, so has 3 years left and is committing officially to USC. They would not accept him or this commitment or announce it if it wasn't going to be official. And obviously the coach he went back for was Trevon Reed, who is now going to be his coach here at USC. So I'm pretty sure he's going to be sticking with this commitment. I don't think any of the other younger players or older players at his position can leave for the transfer portal as of right now. So I guess we'll find out at some point, maybe if they end up leaving after this season. That's most likely if this guy ends up sticking around. But either way, we'll see what he can do. He has to build up our trust, but yeah, we'll see what he can do. He's a pretty talented young guy. And then a couple more players from USC ended up signing with NFL teams. Excuse me, John Humphrey, the cornerback, signed with the Raiders, and then also the other cornerback, Greedy Vance, signed with the Raiders also. And then linebacker Easton Mascarenas Arnold signed with the Cleveland Browns. Kyle Ford, the wide receiver, was invited to the Raiders rookie minicamp. Gavin Meyer was invited to 2 rookie mini camps for both the Miami Dolphins and the Kansas City Chiefs, so we'll see where he ends up there. And then the kicker, Michael Lance, was invited to the Chargers rookie camp, so we'll see what he can end up doing. At least they got another USC guy there. I'm pretty sure he's not going to take Dicker, the kicker, spot, their main kicker, but we'll see if he's a backup practice squad type of guy. And then Kamari Ramsey, their talented guy who came back in the safety spot, looks like he's tagged as a first-round pick in an early 2026 NFL mock draft. I think that was from CBS Sports. I could be wrong, but either way, yeah, very talented guy. Very happy we were able to steal him from UCLA, and now he's a true Trojan as he grew up becoming a fan of. So hopefully he will get drafted pretty high in next year's drafts. And then when it comes to the rankings, yes, they were finally up to number 1, as I mentioned in a pretty recent video. And they have a chance to move up quite a bit because one of their 4-star quarterbacks, Jonas Williams, was invited to the Elite 11 finals, so of course he has a chance to bump up his grading in the recruiting cycle. And then there was a player that they could end up adding, in Preston Carey. He's a defensive lineman, if I'm not mistaken. He's going to be officially visiting June 20th to the 22nd, and then he has a commitment date set for June 30th. So yeah, pretty soon right after there. Hopefully they leave a good impression on him, and he ends up picking USC, but he's one of those top guys from the state of Florida too. And then there was a 4-star defensive lineman, Kendall Gravel. Looks like he's down to 10 schools, and USC made that list. He's like 6'4", 315 pounds, so yeah, he's a big-time guy. Then that 5-star cornerback / athlete, Brandon Arrington, is now down to 5 schools, and USC is one of those 5 schools. That's great, so hopefully they'll get to celebrate that July 4th weekend with some big fireworks from his commitment to the team. Then there was another player in the 4-star edge, Zach Groves. He set up a USC visit on June 20th. And then a couple USC commits were at the Under Armour All-American, or like their Armor Next camp. And then Samote Kataanga and Chase Dennis won both the offensive and defensive line MVP. So yeah, that was great to see what type of talent they have coming in, especially with Chase, the offensive lineman. He's not really considered a high guy. He's only like a low 3-star, and of course he ended up winning the MVP. So it's looking like USC is bringing in some major talent in next year's class. So very happy about that. Then House of Victory had a signing with the transfer offensive lineman Johnny Reed. Then the women signed pretty big player. I think she's like 6'4". She's a forward. And Yakia Milton. Forget where she was from, but yeah, big time get. And then the men's basketball team signed a UNC Asheville transfer guard in Jordan Marsh. It's like only a 5'10" sophomore, but averaged almost 19 points a game, over 4 rebounds and 3 assists. So we'll see what he can do. And I forgot to mention that they officially signed 7'3" center Gabe Dines from Youngstown State the other day. So congrats. And then a 2026 5-star player in Tony Bryant is taking an official visit to USC that other day. So yeah, he's one of those top 2026 guys in that class. I think he's like number 12 overall. And then one of the ex-USC baseball guys got his major league debut the other day in Ryland Thomas. So congrats to him. He's the 120th Trojan to play in the big leagues. Then when it comes to the baseball team, they've been playing pretty well. They defeated Gonzaga 9-5. Then they defeated them again 11-1. And they defeated Long Beach State, if I'm not mistaken, 12-2. Then they defeated Minnesota 16-6. Defeated Minnesota again 6-1. Defeated Minnesota again for the sweep on 3-2. Then they defeated Nebraska 8-0. And they defeated UCLA 7-5. So yeah, that was pretty great to see. I think they lost that first matchup to UCLA, but they're playing again today, Sunday. So hopefully I'll be able to talk about a win the next time I do a USC update. And then when it comes to the women's volleyball team, the beach volleyball, they defeated Washington 3-0. And they defeated Cal 3-2, and also defeating their rival UCLA 3-1. And they did make it in to the NCAA championships as a 5 seed, so that's pretty good. And I believe they're going to be playing against North Florida, which they were able to defeat 3-0, which was great. And I think they got one of their next games. I forget who they played, but that's coming up soon. But they did have a couple of first teamers in Zoe Henson and Madison White. They also had a couple of all MPSF players in Zoe Henson, Madison White, Ashley Prater, and Kennedy Koki. So yeah, congrats to all those ladies. And then when it comes to the men's volleyball, they defeated UCLA 3-0. Then they defeated Stanford 3-1. And the USC women's soccer class is the #1 recruiting class coming up this year. So that's pretty good for them. And then I forget if I mentioned these players had signed. Kayla Colbert, she signed with the Utah Royals. Mariah Alagoa was added to the Portugal under-23 team. And then Maribel Flores was added to the Mexico under-23 team. So yeah, a lot of women out there have a chance from USC to get to play for their nation's team. So yeah, hopefully they have a chance to play for them coming up soon in either the Olympics or the World Cup. So that's going to be pretty cool. So thanks for watching, people. Like and subscribe. Comment down below. Let me know what y'all think. Have a great rest of your day. Bye. If I don't.